Hi, my name is ZaKaiRan, and welcome to this very empowering presentation about how to harmonize electromagnetic frequencies and radiation. So, who am I? I'm a spiritual and law of attraction teacher as well as wellness advocate. I show people how to create the happiness, well-being, and abundance we all desire. I've been trained in countless alternative healing systems throughout the years, including being professionally trained by Tesla's innovational technologies of how to douse and harmonize geopathic stress energies, how to determine what negative frequencies are in your home, how to harmonize them. I've been a Tesla's consultant for over 20 years now, and I have countless extremely satisfied customers all over the world. You'll find tons more self-empowering goodies to help you create the joy, love, well-being, abundance, and freedom that you desire. At my website, ZaKaiRan.com, I have a podcast, The Master Keys of Creation, and a YouTube channel, The Master Keys of Creation, about how to create the joy, love, well-being, and abundance and freedom you desire. So are you concerned about the damaging effects of 5G, microwave frequencies, and other electromagnetic frequencies and radiation for your families and your health? Well, of course you are. That is why you are here. And we have the solution at Tesla's Innovational Technologies. Just a quick disclaimer, the information in this presentation is not intended to take the place of professional or medical advice. Please do not use this information to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease or therapeutic purposes or as a substitute for the advice of a health professional. Please do not accept any liability. We do not accept any liability for any injury, loss, or damage caused by the use of any of this information provided in this presentation. Information in this presentation may include the views or recommendations of third parties. It does not necessarily reflect the view of Tesla's Innovation Technologies and Tesla's harmonizing product. So who are we? Well, we are not the car company. Tesla's Innovational Technologies was formed in 1994, named after one of the greatest inventors of all time, the mighty Nikola Tesla. The Tesla's mission is to assist the planet's return to harmony and balance through ethical technologies. Nikola Tesla is the man behind these technologies, and he is the man who invented the 20th century. He's the owner of 1,600 patents. I mean, that's out of control. He received 27 honorary degrees from universities all over the world. He is considered the man who invented the 20th century because of his role in the creation of the modern 50 cycles per second alternating current electricity with George Westinghouse that we use today. And you can watch countless documentaries and feature films about his inventions, especially the electricity war between him and Thomas Edison. He was born in the town of Smiljan in what was then the Austro-Hungarian Empire, now known as Croatia. He emigrated to the USA as a young adult, and he invented the technologies that are behind Tesla's Innovational Technologies. He is the only person to have successfully registered sequential patents with the Patents Office. So that's how prolific of an inventor he was. His inventions include the hydroelectric generator, microwave and X-ray frequencies, radar, radio, remote control, fluorescent lights, broadcast power, the rotary engine, the Tesla coil, and countless other inventions. He was originally employed by Thomas Edison, who was pushing direct current as the electricity he thought was the best. But Tesla disagreed and thought that alternating current was much more feasible. He eventually left the Edison company and created his own company with George Westinghouse. And in 1893, the Tesla Westinghouse alternating current was chosen over Edison's direct current to illuminate the World Fair in Chicago because it was half the price to generate and transmute electricity using AC technology and needed far less infrastructure. And again, you can see movies about the war of the currents between Thomas Edison, George Westinghouse, and Nikola Tesla. This is a picture of Niagara Falls and the very first power station ever built in the world. Now, Nikola Tesla also built the Wardenclyffe Tower to transmit free energy in 1901. When he realized that electricity was going to be damaging to our bodies, he started thinking of less harmful ways to generate electricity. And he wanted to generate and give away energy free to humanity That's why he built the Wardenclyffe Tower, to demonstrate his idea, and he conducted many experiments showing that light bulbs could be lit without any wires. His tower was destroyed by the government during World War II under the guise that it could be sending signals to the Nazis. Of course, this was a ruse to just destroy free energy. What is geopathic stress? Geopathy is the scientific theory that links the Earth's inherent radiation with the health of humans, plants, and animals. And the energies that emanate from the Earth include ley lines, underground water, Harmonize, radon, energy vortexes, etc. Ley lines are, they traverse all over the world. Here's an example of underground water. So here's just a quick rundown to understand geopathic stress and health. Amongst European studies, doctors who between them have investigated over 10,000 cancer patients found that 92% were living in a geopathically stressed environment. And geopathic stress does not directly cause illness, but it lowers your immune system and your ability to fight off viruses and bacteria. It's a very weak, continuous stress on your DNA. And over a period of years, it can disrupt your metabolism on a molecular level. And the most common indication of geopathic stress is resistant to conventional or alternative health treatments. Symptoms can include many different things, but geopathic stress can be any of these things, from underground water, above ground high tension wires, phone towers, and ley lines. So what are ley lines? Ley lines are basically energy lines, cosmic energy lines emanating from the Earth that emanate vertically out from several hundred feet below the surface, and they are part of the Earth's energy system. They travel in perfectly straight lines, always maintaining the same depth, crisscrossing each other over the planet, sort of like the longitude and latitude grid, and similar to the human body's energy meridians, if you understand Chinese medicine. And ancient civilizations such as the Druids were aware of these energy lines, and they built their temples upon them, especially on ley lines. And Roman soldiers used to march on these ley lines because they were so energizing. And people of those times knew that they were energizing, and they didn't sleep on them because it's just hard to relax. They're just so energizing. And because of that, if you sleep and live over ley lines, it can ultimately affect your health. And scientists have proven that migratory birds have a protein in their eyes so that they can see these ley lines and know where to fly for the winter. And now people are very ignorant and disconnected from things such as ley lines and energy vortexes and so forth, and even build houses over ley lines and vortexes. The width of ley lines, you can field them, you can dowse for them. Larger ones are 1.7 meters or 5.5 feet. The width of the old Roman roads, and are approximately 5 3/4 kilometers or 3 miles apart. There's also smaller Hartmann lines, named after Dr. Ernst Hartmann, who pioneered the field of geobiology in Germany. They run north to south and are about 7.5 centimeters or 8 inches wide and 1.7 meters or 6 feet apart. There's also Curry lines, which run northeast to southwest, and they're narrower, carry less energy. And Dr. Hartmann studied these energy lines for over 40 years and has published highly technical books on geopathic stress. Similarly, there are Earth vortexes. Energies come from the Earth in a spiral, which could be described as the Earth's chakra system, except the energy from vortexes spirals outwards rather than inwards like our chakras. Ley lines and vortexes will contribute to health issues, especially, again, if you sleep over them. And especially dangerous is where ley lines cross, or if ley lines are crossing decaying matter, radiation polluted rivers, and then they pick up those negative energies. Symptoms may include tension, anxiety, neurosis, hyperactivity. As an example, in northern Queensland, a young couple slept over a vortex during their pregnancy. Their baby was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck 7 times. Here's an example of plant or tree that are over vortexes, a very gnarled tree, spiraling tree, dieback in hedges. In 1929, German Central Committee for Central Research in Berlin checked hospital records. They found that 54 patients who had died of cancer had slept in beds over Hartmann ley line intersections. And in the 1970s, Kathy Bechler, an Austrian school teacher, started one of the most extensive and recent research projects. And she doused 3,000 apartments in 14 countries and interviewed 11,000 people. Her conclusions were that 95% of the children with ADD or other health problems that she had investigated slept in beds or worked at desks placed at crossed ley lines. She also checked a sample of 500 cancer cases. Every one was found to be sleeping over crossed ley lines. Again, an example of underground water. So why is underground water bad? Well, underground waterways contain salts and minerals that are perfect carriers of electricity. As underground water flows, it carries EMFs, which rise vertically above the water, even to multiple floors, and go into your body. This vertical field of EM energy affects people physically, mentally, and spiritually, and sleeping over underground water is similar to sleeping under high-tension electrical transmission lines. Symptoms include heavy in your arms, electrical fuzzy feeling, a directional pull, flowing like ripples. So we got below ground natural geopathic stress, but now we have above ground geopathic stress caused by electricity and related electromagnetic technologies. An example is high tension power lines. You can grab a fluorescent tube and go under a high tension power line, and the EM frequencies from those power lines will light up that fluorescent tube. And those high tension power lines produce strong EMFs, and they carry around 400,000 volts or more. And you can hear the hum underneath them, and in damp weather, you can hear them crackling as the electricity discharges into the atmosphere. And electrical companies estimate that they lose up to 20% of the energy flowing through them just through the air. And common complaints are perpetually lacking in energy, nauseousness or dizziness, asthma, perpetually feeling stress. And the most famous example of illness caused by high tension power lines is the English village of Fish Pond, which this poor village is completely surrounded by high tension power lines. And here, many residents suffered similar symptoms over a long period, but no clear connection to the villagers' health was made until the power voltages were increased, and the incidence and severity of symptoms increased dramatically. There's also step-down transformers. So in 1979, an American researcher, Nancy Wertheimer, during her research into childhood leukemia, first identified the possibility of a link between power line transformers and cancer. Her data led her to the conclusion that children living in houses, either side of electrical poles with step-down transformers, showed the highest institute of the disease. Another researcher, Ed Leeper, did further detailed analysis of the results, including epidemiological studies, and his results supported the previous study. Robert O. Becker of Sweden has also supported Wertheimer's findings. Unfortunately, the majority of the medical profession and electrical power supply companies refuse to admit that there are any problems with the EMFs. There have been 2 court cases in America and Australia leading to very expensive rerouting of power lines that were built near schools and residential housing. Here's a few examples of step-down transformers that you want to steer way clear of. Radio towers. So in the 1950s, one of the first commercial radio transmitters was placed on the roof of the Empire State Building in New York. The maintenance crew in charge of the installation discovered one of the properties of strong radio transmissions is cooking, and they would stick a sausage on a stick in front of the transmitter to cook it, which of course is similar to using a microwave oven because the water molecules in the food vibrate rapidly, resulting in friction causing heat. And unfortunately, the maintenance crew use the heating effect to warm themselves on cold nights by standing in front of the dishes that all turned sour years later, when most of the crew developed a variety of cancers. Of course, now it's recognized that exposure to radio and microwave radiation is potentially very dangerous. Here's a few examples of phone towers. Of course, we've all seen these. Now here's some hidden phone towers where they're disguised as trees and so forth. Sydney suburbs. Dr. Bruce Hawking, medical advisor for Telstra, conducted a health study in a 4-kilometer zone in Sydney, Australia suburbs, surrounded by 3 mobile phone towers, 2 transmission towers. And he found that his findings showed children living within a 4-kilometer radius of these had a 60% higher incidence of leukemia than children who lived farther away from those towers, and a far greater risk of them dying from the disease. And he also found a slightly increased rate of adult cancer of people that lived around these transmission towers. He unfortunately lost his position over these findings, interestingly enough. And in September 2004, in an English school, the Royal Society of Medicine London was directed to a primary school on the southeast coast of England during June 2004. 11 children in various classrooms suddenly and simultaneously developed nosebleeds and nausea for no apparent reason. It was 2 weeks before the school discovered a mobile phone tower had been erected 4 weeks earlier, only 750 meters away, and had been switched on that particular morning. It was evident that the radiation being transmitted had caused these physical reactions in the children. Another example of the dangers of mobile phone towers, Professor Stephen Gift, University of West Indies, was quoted, based on his research, radiation caused alteration in brain waves, a 2-fold increase in child leukemia and changes in the human immune system. He also sourced information from a reflex study done by 12 groups in 7 European countries, whose findings show that radiation caused DNA breaks in exposed cells of the human body. He said it was also found that in Germany this year there was a 7-fold increase in breast cancer in an area with mobile phone towers, and the headaches people experience with prolonged mobile phone usage are because things leak into the brain, which they shouldn't, of course. At a symposium at the University of West Indies, a recording was made from a lecture of George Carlo, who said, over a period of 5.5 years, severe effects from mobile phone usage were discovered. Radiation from mobile phones opened up the blood-brain barrier that normally protects brain tissues from toxic chemicals and caused a disruption in DNA. So, of course, we are being affected by the EMS from appliances, TVs, computers, Wi-Fi, cars and trains and planes when we're traveling around. So why are humans negatively affected by EM frequencies and radiation? It's because we are 90% water, and water conducts electricity. Man-made electromagnetic frequencies and radiation penetrate our bodies and produce chaotic patterns at a subatomic level. And we are electromagnetic beings of light, and we interconnect with each other through the electricity that emanates from our nervous systems. And our very conductive bodies act like antennas for all of these EM frequencies. So remember that photo of the guy holding the fluorescent light tube? Well, that's us all the time. We never get a break from all these EMFs and EMRs that are all around us. And those chaotic, fast-moving, penetrative frequencies are more than we are physically designed to handle. Geopathic stress from EM frequencies and radiation puts stress on our immune systems, lowers our ability to fight off viruses and bacteria because it's a weak but continuous stress on our DNA, and over many years it can seriously disrupt our metabolism on a molecular scale. Another example of the negative effects of things, good old mammograms. Sorry, ladies, but that's equal to several hundred X-rays. Here's just an example of the electromagnetic spectrum. You can do some research on this yourself. Radio waves and microwaves have a big long wave, whereas X-rays, gamma rays have a very short wave. So, but luckily, hey guys, we've got Nikola Tesla to the rescue, and Tesla's innovational technologies to the rescue. Now, at the time electricity was coming out, Tesla was quoted as saying to a group of English scientists only months after the opening of the Niagara Power Station in 1895, the electricity I have invented will prove to be one of the most dangerous things on Earth to man, and I'm looking for an alternative. So after the destruction of his free energy tower, because of his promise to provide us free electricity had been purposely ruined. He invented the technology behind Tesla's innovational technologies to harmonize those frequencies, and he began to find other innovative, open-minded scientists to pass these technologies on to. And one of those scientists that he found was a young Air Force physicist by the name of Ralph Burgstresser, who was also a former NASA physicist who developed rocket fuel for the space program. So Nikola Tesla created technology, passed it on to Ralph Burgstresser, who worked on the project most of his life, and made the first device in 1971. And in the early 1990s, Ralph and the CEO of Tesla's Innovational Technologies began a correspondence, and the device that he had created to render EMR and EMF non-harmful, therefore alleviating geopathic stress, was sent to Australia from Canada. And Carroll, the CEO of Tesla's, created these technologies and employed two physicists to upgrade the device. And that's how Tesla's Innovational Technologies was born. And from there, they created countless amazing harmonizing products to harmonize electromagnetic frequencies and radiation and give us lots of wonderful, amazing energies to transform your house or business into a sanctuary of peace, well-being, and vitality. So where to start? Where do we start to harmonize these chaotic frequencies? First of all, we have the Tesla's personal pendants. How do they work? Well, they've been energized with cosmic frequencies which transmit life force energy to your thymus gland, which energizes your immune system and your auric field, so that you are better able to withstand the negative effects of electromagnetic frequencies and radiation that emanates from electricity, appliances, computers, phones, Wi-Fi, radio waves, microwaves, etc. And they all activate all your brain frequencies as well, which raises your vibration to a higher state. And they come in 8 different shapes. Every shape has a different sort of frequency. They all handle EMFs in the same way, but they have little subtle differences. We also have 33 unique and artistic designs personally colored by our amazing artisans for you to choose from. They're all individually done, even though we have kind of a set sort of design. Every single one is individually done, so everyone is unique, and your pendant will not look like anybody else's. We have adult, teen, child, and furry friends pendants. So there's an example of the teen pendants. A lot of choices for the teens. Only 5 choices for the child pendants, which are oval in shape, which are more gentle. Similarly, with the furry friends pendants, all oval in shape for our little furry friends. So how to choose your pendant? Well, you begin by using your intuition and choosing what shape feels the best for you, and then choosing a color design. We got yin yang pendants. So how to test the products? Do these products really work? Well, they have been extensively tested. There's lots and lots more information on my website at teslaproducts.com, where you can see lots of aura photographs and Kirlian photographs that we have used to show the effectiveness of these products. So here's an example of the energetic effects of me wearing a pendant. The pendant I'm wearing right now, and you can see a very beautiful golden aura wearing my yin yang pendant. We use Kirlian diagnostic photography. You can see in the pictures coming up the difference in strength of the energy field wearing after 20 minutes and then after 28 days. Kirlian photography measures the energy around your fingers, and then it registers on a biofeedback pad and registers on a computer. And Kirlian photography is used extensively in Eastern Europe. So here's an example you can see on the right side. Using a pendant after 28 days, the energy is super, super strong. We also have phone tags and laptop tablet harmonizing tags to harmonize the microwave radiation from mobile phones, tablets, and laptops, and cell phones, cordless phones, smart watches, wireless headphones, etc., and other small devices. Here's the color choices that you have available to you for phone tags. And we have laptop tablet tags. You need 4 of them. Treating a mobile phone, tablet, or laptop with a harmonizing tag renders it biologically harmonious to the user and anyone nearby. The microwave frequencies that radiate from phones have been extensively tested all over the world, and the harmful effects have been shown to affect people biologically up to 9 meters. And I can feel, of course, my phone has Tesla's phone tags on it, but of course, people out there in the world normally do not. And when I'm in like a public space, I can feel it when somebody turns on their phone. Luckily, I've got pendants and pocket plates and things on my phone, so they don't affect me. When mobile phones first came out, Dr. George Carlo was employed by one of the large telecommunications companies in America to prove the mobile phones are safe for use by humans, and of course his findings have proved the exact opposite. And subsequently, when he published his work, it was not published. And of course, mobile cellular phone technology went out to the public without any warnings. He then became a whistleblower and published the information himself. Here's an example of MRI scans of the effect mobile phones have upon brains. You can see 5-year-old child is affecting probably 80% of a child's brain, 10-year-old maybe 50%, and maybe about 25% for an adult, because an adult has a stronger immune system. So don't cook your brain with microwaves. The microwave frequency that runs your phone is the exact same frequency that you cook food with, which I don't recommend. The only thing microwaves are good for are to put out in front on the street for your mailbox. So we also have the pocket travel plate. So kind of stepping things up now. We started out with the pendant, then we got into phone tags, laptop tags, and now to help even strengthen your energy fields more when you're out there in the world, the pocket plate is designed to calm your energetic system and harmonize 5G and other EM frequencies and radiation that you're going to encounter out there in the world when you're working, playing, and traveling. Also helps alleviate the damaging effects of the sun's radiation while flying, but for short flights only. For bigger international flights, you need a car plate or 5G Oyster. They're also excellent for healing purposes, to alleviate minor pain, and to energize water and food. Here's some Architect Raiduroku neurometer device examples, a test showing somebody with a travel plate and their energy field being much stronger. So we have the Bare Essentials kit. So all the things I just mentioned, the pendant, phone tags, and pocket plate, you can get for a 5% discount if you get them all together. We also have a computer plate, which harmonizes, of course, the EM radiation from your computer and other small devices, gaming devices, Wi-Fi. Can also be used to treat water, heal small cuts, bruises, bites, similarly to the pocket plate. Another great thing about when you're traveling is you can put, if you can't find good bottled water and you got to get tap water, you can put it on one of the plates to harmonize that water. So this is our big boy, the foundation to build your harmonic bubble with a 5G Oyster plate, which harmonizes EM radiation. So we've got frequencies and radiation coming from radio, TV, Wi-Fi, geopathic stress, etc., to your home, farm, property, business. We have 2 different sizes of the small 5G Oyster plate, which has a 1-acre harmonic bubble for just your normal houses and apartments. We have a large 5G Oyster plate, which has a very large 3-acre size harmonic bubble for large farms and properties, especially if you've got a property that has ley lines or something. All of the 5G Oyster plates produce a non-Hertzian energy, which renders the frequencies from mobile phone towers, satellites, radar, high-tension power lines, again, ley lines, vortexes, underground water, biocompatible with our bodies. And we can show you where to place your plate with so that your home will be harmonized with maximum efficiency. So we also have a car plates for when you're traveling around, or you can also, if you take public transport, for extra protection, which harmonizes the negative effects of EM frequencies from the electricity from cars and trains. So say hello to calm, ease, alert, and alert driving, and gentle, easy flights. I can tell you from my experience, because I carry lots of Tesla goodies when I'm flying, and everybody's calm and cool, and the flights are beautiful. Oh, and of course, one of the things that they also do is they put out, the Tesla plates put out negative ions, which are the positive ones. Negative ions are good for you. Like for instance, with air conditioning puts out positive ions, which kind of feels yucky. But the Tesla plates put out negative ions, which are great for traveling. One international plane flight, when flying in the stratosphere above the Earth's protective ozone layer, your body receives a similar amount of radiation as 6 chest x-rays. So get yourself some protection when you're flying, and then you won't have jet lag and feel like shit when you land. We also have a hybrid car kit for hybrid cars and electrical cars, with the electron stabilizer, which harmonizes all the electricity, TV, computers, and appliances in your home or office, which is designed to treat electrically, especially for electrically sensitive people, when you are exposed to EMF, which everyone is, and works very well in tandem with the 5G Oyster to create your beautiful Tesla's harmonic bubble. We also have a water harmonizer, which puts out negative ions into the water, which is a positive thing. We have the big house water kit if you have a house, or if you just have an apartment or want to travel and harmonize the water coming out of the tap. You can put the little travel apartment water kit on with Velcro. So the water kit treats both magnetic and electrical fields that have been picked up by the minerals that are in water as water travels through pipes and underground, and under power lines, etc., and also treats the introduced toxic chemicals such as chlorine and fluoride that they introduce into the water supply, and negative ionizing puts life force back into the water, which reduces surface tension, allows more oxygen to be carried in the water, and then your body cells are then better able to absorb this water, as does soil and plants. It returns the water to a more natural state, which is evident in the improved state and increased plant growth when you water plants and vegetables, which I can tell you they just absolutely love the Tesla water. The resulting soft, energized water often looks clearer and has less chemical taste, resembling rainwater or a fresh mountain stream. So basically, it kind of puts water back to its beautiful original state that you can imagine would be in nature. And there's no filters to replace water kits that last a lifetime without ever having to be replaced. They also have a house kit. So the house kit has basically everything I just showed you, to give all of the products that your family needs to create a stress-free, energized, and harmonic home. And you get it at a 20% discount. We have an apartment kit, which is basically the same kit, except for it's got an apartment water kit. We have a spiritual line, for instance, and if you buy we have more than these 4, but if you buy these 4, which are called the Lightworkers kit, you get a 15% discount. So contained in that Lightworkers kit is the chakra balancer, which is designed to open and balance you and your client's chakras, also for blood cleansing. We have a practitioner plate for healing practitioners, massage therapists, etc., psychologists, which is helpful for you and your clients. We have a small one for you, a big one for your clients, to strengthen, harmonize the healing practitioner's energy field, help alleviate any psychic stress, and create a harmonic space for you and your clients to help them enter an alpha theta brainwave state, and making your work, the practitioner's work, more effective and accelerated and easier. We also have the Eye Awakener, which is designed to open the third eye, help you achieve a state of calm and focus, and assist in the improvement of your vision. We have the Amplifier, which is great for meditation and to amplify your office and business work, your spiritual work, your creativity, etc. Also amplifies your connectedness to your clients and it is very helpful to amplify the energetic effects of other plates, such as the chakra balancer. We also have the spirit plate, which helps you become more open and clear, able to connect to spirit, and help you think in more positive ways to embrace life with more vibrancy. It also helps people to cope with the spiritual and emotional turmoil that accompanies feelings of overwhelm, and helps to remove energy patterns of a limited nature that need to be released. We also have the heart and soul plates, which are personal oyster-style pendants worn over the body's assemblage point, which is the epicenter of the human energy field and has a direct influence over the biological activity of all your organs. The assemblage point connects your heart and soul and regulates how we feel and behave. We have the heart center and transcender to help you get out of your head, feel more with your heart, help clear your mind and access higher states of consciousness, and many other amazing products from Tesla's innovational technologies to create your own harmonic peace bubble and harmonize electromagnetic frequencies and radiation for your health and fun and joy. Available at teslaproducts.com. But that's not all. Are you passionate about this subject? Well, yes, of course you are, because you've stuck it out through this whole long presentation. And we have available to you free training on how to harmonize the damaging effects of electromagnetic frequencies and radiation with Tesla's harmonizing products. We have a practitioner's training manual. We also have an advanced training as well that is also free. With your free training, you'll gain a working understanding about how about the most damaging frequencies that are negatively affecting our health, as well as you get training in the art of dowsing, kinesiology, and other techniques to suss out these damaging frequencies and how damaging they are, to determine the geopathic stress levels in you and other people's homes and businesses and properties. And as a registered Tesla consultant, you'll be granted an official license to purchase the products at a 20% discount to resell Tesla's products online at your shop, healing center, markets, etc., and create your own home business with tons of support from me, Master Zoda. Succeed and have fun you will. The only financial requirement is to own a complete Tesla's house kit, which of course contains all the products you and your family need to create a stress-free and harmonic home. So double bonus, you can find more information about how to become a Tesla's consultant at my website, teslaproducts.com. You'll see a little box there of a link about being a Tesla consultant, or you can write this down at ZaKaiRan.com/Teslas/Tesla consultant HTML. And I have very, very happy, lots and lots of very happy customers. Here's just a few. Here's a few testimonials. I've noticed a definite improvement in my eyesight since wearing my Tesla pendant for about 2 months. After trying many products, I found that yours were without doubt the most effective. Since both my teenage sons have been wearing the energy harmonizers, I should let you know my younger son, Jace, who suffers almost daily with headaches, has not had one headache since. My oldest son had frequent rhinitis, which has also virtually ceased. They're both sleeping better. We're all very happy with the effectiveness of these beautiful, beautiful pendants. Hi, ZaKaiRan. I love the energy of it. Makes my heart sing. Such a small thing. Has a really nice frequency. XO. Thank you, beautiful Sarah Ella. And here's a really good one. Greetings, ZaKaiRan. I have some more news about the effects of Tesla's products. Recently, a friend was in a bad car accident. She had multiple injuries. Worst of all, she had broken ribs, almost amputated foot. Condition was not good. She had a bad infection. It was not healing. They had to cut out a grapefruit-sized infected piece of skin and muscle down to the bone to stop the infection. It was antibiotic resistant, but still things were not looking good. It was looking like they were going to have to amputate. I was inspired, guided to take my Tesla plate with me. I put it under her wound to start, then under the bed. Not only has her condition improved quite dramatically, there's no more talk of amputation. Her muscles are growing back quicker than expected, so much so that they are not going to do it. They are now going to do a skin graft and maybe let her go home in a few weeks. So if you'd like more information about how to harmonize the damaging effects of electromagnetic frequencies and radiation with Tesla's innovational technologies, I'm happy to give you my free book. Just go to freeemfbook.com. That's freeemfbook.com. So thank you very, very much for sticking it out through this entire presentation. You can find out all about the products and more information about the products at teslaproducts.com. Thank you again for watching this presentation about how to harmonize electromagnetic frequencies and radiation, and it will help you to de-stress your life and not have to worry about the negative effects of electromagnetic frequencies and radiation, because you are empowered with Tesla's innovational technologies to harmonize them. And that's the point of these amazing technologies, so that you can create a beautiful harmonic bubble, a beautiful space in your house, your business, etc., stress-free harmonic space. My name is ZaKaiRan, and I help success and fun and health-oriented people create the joy, love, well-being, and prosperity that they want. You'll find more goodies to help you become a empowered master of love and light at my website, ZaKaiRan.com. And again, my Tesla products website is teslaproducts.com. Please contact me if you have any questions about the Tesla products, about the negative chaotic frequencies that we are bombarded with every day, and how to harmonize those frequencies. Questions about how to become a Tesla consultant. Easy to find on Facebook, easy to find on Messenger. You can also send me a message on WhatsApp, Telegram at 61422996731, or my Telegram address is just ZaKaiRan, ZaKaiRan. Anyway, blessings on your journey, and of course, have fun out there, because that is the absolute purpose of life. Joyful creation and having tons of fun. And with that said, always remember to make life a holiday. Woohoo!